today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team who wins.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. North of 100 yards, the two scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On second down, Kamara, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. That'll bring up second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Kamara. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And Eifert has it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
Jacksonville.
DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here come the Browns now for their first drive. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
On play action, Rosen. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, it's Rosen. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Another Browns 1st down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Number 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Browns 3.
That's something of a pick-me-up. Well, the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder. Time as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And finding the tight end Hooper. Now he's going to get this all the way. He got 29 yards that time.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with a good one in the NFC South. Carolina paying a visit to New Orleans, and they've gone to the half with the score 14-7. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. From there, it's off to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home, Raymond James Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. The Vikings trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
To kick off for Jacksonville.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing again on second down. Rosen. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd, standing where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From just shy of midfield, Rosen. He's got Hooper on the short connection. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of...
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They run it again with Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This will be from 49 yards out. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Jags football again. DJ Chark ready to rock and roll.
And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score, oh, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Browns 3.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Rosen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
2-yard line.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Williams to return. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now a dump off here complete. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
catch is made. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now they'll throw here out of the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Alvin Kamara. Incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And incomplete as the clock stops here with just 1 second to go in this football game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're
handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent, like the best player of all that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.
So for the Jaguars, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast